Good morning, students. Today we are going to see Standard 6th Geography, Chapter number 9, Energy Resources. Can you tell? Observe the pictures and answer the questions. See figure 9.1. Studying in the light of a lantern. 9.2. Use of mineral oil. Figure 9.3. A pinwheel winnowing. 9.4. Using natural gas as fuel. 9.5. A solar energy panel. Questions are: which energy resource is used in figure 9.1 to obtain light? If you will see, the 9.1 diagram is studying in the light of a lantern. So here, kerosene is used in figure 9.1 to obtain light. Where did this resource come from? So here, this resource must have come from mineral oil well. Figure 9.2 shows fuel being filled in a motor car. From where was this energy resource brought to the pump? So this is the use of mineral oil. The second picture, figure 9.2. So the energy resource must have been brought to the pump from mineral oil well. Figure 9.3 shows Malti with her pinwheel and her father winnowing grain. Who is helping both of them? So if you will see this picture, you can come to know that wind is helping both of them. Which energy resource is used for lighting a lamp, running a rickshaw and heating oil as shown in figure 9.4? If you will see here in the stall, for lighting a lamp and for cooking, LPG is used for lighting a lamp and heating oil, and CNG is used for running a rickshaw is shown in figure 9.4. CNG is written on auto rickshaw. What are the various purposes for which man can use sunlight? So here, man can use sunlight for heating water, cooking food, lighting lamps, running vehicles, and for different purposes. For which of the above energy resource do we have to spend money? So here, the energy, we have to spend money for mineral oil and natural gas. Wind, it is free of cost because it is natural. Which of these energy resources are available free of cost? The energy resources like sun and wind are available free of cost. Let's see the explanation. We engage in various activities to fulfill our needs, for which we need energy. In the past, human labor and animals were used for many tasks. Gradually, man's needs increase, and with it, several changes took place in the use of energy resources and devices. Still, man mainly obtains this energy from nature. You must have realized this while answering the above questions. We use petrol, wind, natural gas, sunlight, etc. beside other resources. So as previously the population level was less, so we can totally depend on the natural resources. But now a time, as the population is increasing, the demand for the natural resources are also increasing, due to which we are moving towards the artificial materials or artificial energies. So as on the free basis, sunlight, wind and natural gases are the natural which we can get directly from the nature. But the energy resources should be used as according to the need. The excessive use of these resources will be harmful for us, so that we have to preserve this all natural resources for our coming generation or for the next generation. Energy resources can be classified in many ways such as conventional, non-conventional, biotic, abiotic, renewable, non-renewable, substance-based, process-based, etc. Let us consider the last classification. The following table shows the characteristics of energy resources through their classification. So as renewable resources are the resources which can be renewed again, which can be prepared again. Non-renewable resources are the resources which cannot be prepared if they are once finished. Like that only conventional, non-conventional, biotic and abiotic substances. So substances based on and process based, the difference here we are going to see. Let's see what it is. Substance based energy resources. Example: wood, coal, mineral oil, natural gas, waste matter and atoms. These all are the substance based energy resources. What are the process based energy resources? Example: the sun, wind, water, tides and heat from the earth's interior. Substances do not last perpetually. Here the natural processes are perpetual. Substances get used up. Processes are always available. Reuse is not possible. Here the reuse is possible. Availability is limited and here the availability is unlimited. Takes thousands of years to replenish them. These are easily available in nature. Except for atomic energy, all other resources are biotic. All processes are natural. Generation of energy leads to pollution. Generation of energy is pollution free. Here, the except for atomic energy, all other resources are conventional, and here all these resources are non-conventional. Generation of energy is relatively cheap, and developing the technology for the use of these resources is expensive. Being inflammable, these resources cause damage to the environment. In the long run, these energy resources are environment friendly. Type of power generation: thermal and atomic. Here the type of power generation is thermal and kinetic. So this is the difference between the process based energy resources and substance based energy resources. 9.6 Cooking on a stove. 9.7 Roasting on a coal burner. Cooking on a kerosene stove. Figure 9.8. 9.9 Removing baked item from an oven. 9.10 Cooking on a gas stove. Using these resources, we can undertake the following kind of power generation: hydel power, thermal power, atomic power, geothermal power, etc. In thermal power station, it is necessary to burn the energy resources directly to generate electricity. Kinetic energy can also be used to generate power or electricity. So as these all are the energies which can be, these are all the powers which can be used as an energy resource for conducting different tasks. Do it yourself. Figure 9.6 to 9.10 show that various energy resources are used for cooking food. List them. Now classify them using the chart we have studied. Discuss whether we can use alternate energy resource for cooking. Let's see. 9.6 Roasting on a coal burner. So yes, we can use coal for cooking food. Kerosene can be also used for cooking food. Oven also it can be used to prepare food. Cooking on a gas stove. Gas stove is also one of the type for cooking food. Do you know? The demand for energy is constantly on the rise due to the growing needs of human beings. Solar energy and wind energy are easily available to us, but the power generated using these resources has to be stored in sufficient quantities to ensure continuous power supply. At present, it is very expensive to store these energy. Effects are on the make these resources affordable through research. So as some resources are easily available in nature, but as we have to store that all energies to make use of it. So as it can be affordable and different research can be taken on it so that we can store these energies and we can use as according to our need. Explanation. Wood in village, substance-based energy resources. Wood in village, wood is used on a large scale for cooking on earthen stove. So you can see this type of image. Maybe you had seen in the villages that some people in villages, they are cooking on the earthen stove by using wood. Next one, coal. Long ago, plant and animal remains got buried due to earth movements. They were then decomposed due to pressure and heat, leaving behind the element carbon. That is how coal was formed. So this is the way that sometimes, as long ago, the plants and animals they get buried into earth due to earthquake or due to other reasons, and due to decomposition and pressure on it, as the heat creates, the leaving behind creates a carbon layer which is only known as a coal. Coal is used for different purposes according to its quality. Low quality coal is used for cooking and coke, and high quality coal is used in industries as also in thermal power stations. So these are the different ways of using coal. In thermal power stations and in industries, we need a high quality of coal, and a low quality of coal can be used for cooking. A blacksmith artwork, you can see mineral oil and natural gas. Like coal, these were also produced due to earth movements. Mineral oil is found under the land surface and also below the ocean floor. So as mineral oils and natural gases, they are on land also and under the ocean floor also. So these are the two ways of collecting oil, mineral oil and natural gas. Oil rig, you can see from the ocean they are collecting oil. In most of the mineral oil wells, reserves of natural gas are also found. Mineral oil reserves are limited in nature. However, this oil is in great demand, hence its cost is very high. It is called black gold because it has a blackish color and it is costly. These energy resources are used in thermal power station. Study the distribution of the mineral oil and coal fields in India as shown in figure 9.14. So here they had given one map. According to it, we have to see. Let's see the index. Coal field, mineral oil field, Godavari river basin. So Godavari river basin, that is in some part of the Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. So as mineral oil fields are where the shaded part is there. Here you can see near the Arabian Sea, and here near to Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Nagaland. So these all are the parts where the mineral oil fields are there. Coal field are there where the grey part is shown. So here you can see this is the part where the coal fields are there. Singrauli, Hazaribagh, Jaria, Dhanbad, Raniganj, Rajmahal. So all these are under the coal field. Few questions are they had given. Let's discuss this question. Name the states which have coal fields. So, if we will see, the states are Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Jammu and Kashmir, and Assam. These all are the regions where coal fields are there. You can see here Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand. These all are the regions where the coal fields are there. Next, name the mineral oil field in the Arabian Sea. Here you can see the mineral oil field in the Arabian Sea is in Mumbai High. Here you can see Mumbai High. This is the region where the mineral oil fields are there. Let's see the next question. Name 2 states which have coal fields on a large scale. If you'll observe, there are 2 states in Jharkhand and in Chhattisgarh. In Jharkhand, you can see the oil fields, the coal fields are large scale, and in Chhattisgarh, they are in large scale. Which mineral oil fields are located in northeast India? If you can see the Digboi, Makum, Naharkatai, Nurmati, Lakhani, etc. mineral oil fields are located in northeast India. Next, the reserves of which mineral are found in the Godavari Basin? So, if you will see, you can get that the reserve coal fields are found in Godavari Basin. You can see the coal fields are there. Here, this is the part. This green part is of river. So, here the coal fields are there. Which of the states have mineral reserves in Godavari Basin? So you can see the Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra. Just before we had discussed about this map. I told you these all are the states where under the Godavari Basin is there. Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Chhattisgarh have mineral reserves in the Godavari Basin. Next one is biogas. Biogas can be generated from biotic waste material such as feces of animals and dead leaves, shells, etc. This energy can be used for domestic needs such as cooking, heating water, lighting lamps, etc. Some farmers have raised biogas plants in their own yards to cater to their domestic needs. So as biogas can be generated by using a biotic waste materials which are naturally available, as like the waste product of animals, the dead leaves and the shells. This can be used for creating biogas. So this gas, after creation of this gas, the gas can be used for cooking, heating water, lighting lamps and for the different purposes. So here a biogas plant they had shown in the like this. The farmers can have a biogas plant in their yards so that further they can cater to their domestic needs. Can be completed easily without using any artificial products. Energy from waste material. Waste is generated daily on a very large scale in a big metropolitan cities. Waste disposal is a major problem in such places. This waste can be segregated to use the biotic component to generate gas. This gas can be used to generate power. In future, this may help to solve the problems of waste disposals in cities. Also, the cities can become self-reliant in terms of their power requirement. So as energy and waste material. So as by using our waste materials also we can create energy. So as like the cities of metropolitan cities, the big cities have a large quantity of waste materials. A biotic components can be collected and from that we can generate gas, so that gas can be used for generating power. So this all are the self-reliant terms for requirement of particularly areas or power requirement can be fulfilled by using this type of method. So you can see the figure 9.16, they are showing a plant for the generation of energy from waste. So this is the process in which the waste can be converted into a energy. The above energy resource are known as biofuels because they originate from the remains of dead plants and animals. So as these energy resources are known as biofuels because they are formed due to the remains of dead animals and plants. So they are known as biofuels. Atomic energy. Splitting of the atoms of minerals like uranium and thorium can be used for power generation. In this process, using very small quantities of minerals, energy can be generated on a very large scale. Only a few countries in the world like India, USA, Russia, France, Japan use atomic energy. So atomic energy, it is in very small quantities of minerals. So as the energy can be generated on a very large scale, only few countries in the world they are having the atomic energies, like India, USA, Russia, France and Japan. These countries are having atomic energy. A little quantity also can create a large scale generation, can be created from a less quantity. Here an atomic power generation plant you can see. Process based energy resources. Hydel power. Hydel power is the power obtained from the kinetic energy of running water. Hydel power does not cause any degradation of the environment. Also, the water used in generating power can still be used again. Bhakra Nangal in the Punjab and Koyna in Maharashtra are examples of this. So as hydel power stations, so by using the water, we can create the hydel power or energy resources. Energy can be created. So this type of energy resources are in our country also, in Punjab and Maharashtra. These are the two power stations where we can create hydel power. So you can see the figure 9.18, it is showing the hydel power station. It is near to the river, and with the high fall of water, the energy can be created and that can be used in the villages or for industries. Name 4 hydel power stations in our state. Find out the question and answer for this question. Do you know nowadays electricity can be transmitted up to distance of 800 km from the power generation centers without any transmission loss. Beyond this distance, it cannot be transmitted without loss. The power obtained from 1 kg of uranium is equivalent to the power of obtained from 10,000 tons of coal. So that is 1 ton equals to 1000 kilograms. The next is wind energy. Man has been using this resource since hundreds of years, for example in sailboats, but nowadays wind energy is being utilized for power generation. For power generation, a wind speed of 40 to 50 km per hour is required. Due to this wind speed, the blades of the windmills turns, generating kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is further converted into electricity. So as with the help of wind, we can create wind energy. For this, we need a 40 to 50 kilometers per hour speed. So according to that speeds, the windmills blades can move, and from that the kinetic energy can be created, and then the kinetic energy can be converted into electricity. So here you can see the wind energy. The wind panels are there. The electricity can be used for agriculture, domestic use and industries in the states of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, etc. Windmills have been erected at many places. Yes, in our country, at many places we are using this wind energy for generating electricity for domestic purpose or for agriculture purpose or for industries also. Solar energy. We get light and heat from the sun. We have seen that the intensity of solar energy is the maximum in the torrid zone. In a country like India, which is in the torrid zone, there is a lot of scope for using this energy. So as solar energy from previous time, from the Stone Age time and from the medieval period of our country, we are making use of this solar energy by using the sun rays. There is a solar power plant at Sakri in Dhule district of Maharashtra. Devices like cooker lamps, heaters, vehicles can be run on solar power. The generation of solar power depends on the intensity of sun rays and the duration of sunshine. So, how much the sun rays are there and what type of sunshine is there. Depending on it, this The solar energy can be stored and it can be used for different purposes like solar cooker, for solar lamps, for solar heaters, and for solar vehicles also. So this is a solar cooker. You can see here, with the help of sun rays we can cook food. Tidal energy. Sea waves and tides are movements of ocean water that go on continuously. A technology has now been developed to generate power with the help of the speed and force of waves. Here too, electricity is obtained from kinetic energy. This energy is pollution free and everlasting. It can be used on a large scale in a peninsular country like India. Efforts are on to start such projects in India. So as by using the tides, as in seas, in oceans, we can see the waves and tides. By using these tides, we can make use of these tides for creating electricity. So depending on the speed, the electricity can be created, and it will be pollution free, but it needs a lot of investment, and this type of project needs a lot of money. Investment is needed, so it is not possible in our country, but in future this type of projects can be there in our country. So here you can see the energy from oceanic water. By using this different type by the waves and by the tides, we can create the tidal energy, and it can be generated electricity through using tidal energy. Do you know there are some large-scale solar energy projects? Agua Caliente Solar Project, that is Arizona in USA, California Valley Solar Unit, California USA, Golmud Solar Park, China, Charanka Solar Park, Patna, Gujarat, Welspun Energy Project, Madhya Pradesh. So as we are also having solar energy projects that are two, that is in Gujarat and in Madhya Pradesh. Let's see the next content, that is of geothermal energy. Hot water springs have always been an object of curiosity for man. They can be seen at Unaptev, Vajreshwari, Manikaran, etc. The temperature in the Earth's interior increases by 1 degree Celsius at a depth of every 32 meters. Man has now developed a process whereby this underground heat can be utilized to generate power. One such project is located at Manikaran, Himachal Pradesh in India. As you know, as we will go interior to the part of the earth, the temperature start decreasing at a 1 degree Celsius at the depth of the 32 meters. It will lower down, and due to which, by using this power, we can generate power. This type of projects has already started, and it is located in the Manikaran, which is near to the Himachal Pradesh in India. All the above energy resources are abiotic. These cause minimum pollution. They are also known as inexhaustible energy resources. So a minimum pollution is created by using these energy resources, and they are also known as the abiotic resources. A geothermal power generation center, you can see. Do you know the distance from the Earth's surface to its center is 6,373 km. The temperature at the center is around 4,000 degrees Celsius. About the interior part of the Earth, when you will come to 8th standard, in detail we are going to study in geography about the interior part of the Earth. Just in short, keep in mind that the surface of its center of the Earth is about near about 6,373 kilometers, and the temperature there is at the center is 4,000 degrees Celsius. Do it yourself. From groups of 5 to 8, each group should select 1 or 2 energy resources. They should use the following points to collect information about the resources they have selected. Collect it from the internet, reference books, newspapers, TV programs, etc., and also through group discussions. So now the following points are given. By yourself, individually, by yourself, by single person, you have to complete this activity. Name of the energy resources, use of energy resources, estimate cost of the power generation, advantages and drawbacks in using the energy resources, cutting pictures and other available data about the energy resource, environment friendliness of the energy resource, other alternatives to the energy resource. All this content you have to find out and write this detail in your classwork. Compile to the information and present it in the classroom. No need to, we are not in school. Few students are in school and few students are not there. So we have to individually, we have to complete this activity and you have to write it down, that activity, in your notebook. Energy resources must be used very carefully. The demand for energy is increasing all the time due to growing population, urbanization and growing needs of man. It is necessary to use alternative and non-conventional energy resources to meet these needs. It is also necessary to use energy frugal. We must always avoid unnecessary use of electricity. It is easily possible for us to do so. So as energy resources, they are very expensive and it needs a lot of process to create. So as whenever we are not at home or when we are going away from our home or outside, we have to put off the fan and lights so that the electricity can be saved. What will you do? The whole family has decided that every week a whole day's electricity is to be saved. What preparation will you make for this purpose? So as if I will be there, so I will make the following preparations. I will finish studies in the morning session itself. I will make a paper fan using newspaper, so that when I will feel hot, that time I can make use of that paper. I will search for candles and lamps, so that when there will be no light, in that case I can use this candles and lamps. So in this way we had completed this chapter, energy resources. Complete the given exercise. Read the text, chapter number 9 properly. Try to understand it. And after doing all this work, you have to start learning for the question and answers of this chapter. That's all for today. Thank you.